So the trending topic right now is the Tradwife lifestyle. And for those who don't know, this means traditional wife, which is when women stay home as opposed to working outside of the home. They keep the home, cook and clean, or homemaking, stay home with their kids. So stay-at-home mothers. So some are loving this trend. I see a lot of hate and pushback for it as well. But I wanted to share my opinions on it and why I think it's a very smart move for a woman in today's time. So I love this Tradwife trend. I love that it's coming back into the spotlight and more people are being exposed to it as an option. And this is my ideal lifestyle that I chose because it's in alignment with me. And I know many women who secretly want this life, but are afraid of abuse from men, whether that's financial, emotional, or physical, or their self-worth and identity is tied to their job or their career. So letting that go is like losing themselves, literally. And I notice this because when I post anything positive about relationships or men or the gender role, traditional gender roles, there's always women in the comments who are projecting their fears. They're like, well, what if he leaves? What if he abuses you? And some of these women will even admit that this is what they want, but they want their own money so they feel more secure. But I believe when done right, the Tradwife life is one of the most beneficial situations for women in mainly 3 ways. So in the first way is your finances and building wealth. And this may seem backwards, but believe it or not, the number one way women build wealth is still by getting married. And I'm not talking about making money, because women, we make our own money now. We're the most educated and all of that. But I'm talking about actually building wealth and assets. So Tradwives are smart in this day and age, but only if they make it their business to handle finances and to build wealth through marriage or to marry well. And I don't know why this goes over people's heads, but Tradwives, they should know that just because they don't work, that doesn't mean their bank accounts and investments are not growing. No Tradwife should end up homeless or broke. There's too much free information to secure the bag for them to end up with absolutely nothing. A Tradwife can use her husband's income and foundation to build herself and her wealth. And this is the only way I support this lifestyle. And I can see why some women are upset about it. Some of these Tradwives don't secure the bag properly. And I'm not a fan of living in fear, but I 100% encourage planning for disasters. A smart Tradwife has a plan for if things go left. She gets a portion of her husband's income to put aside for herself. She saves that money for emergencies if needed, and she even plans for lifestyle and not just enough money to leave, but enough money to be able to afford her lifestyle if she or he were to leave. Smart Tradwives invest in passive income, multiple streams of income, and she always has access to the marital money and assets at all times. Obviously, it's not wise to marry a man who doesn't understand that his money is your money. And it's important to vet properly if you're going to be in this type of situation and build wealth. And this may seem like a setback in comparison to modern relationships. But when a woman is working and contributing to the finances and being a co-provider to a man, pockets less money at the end of every paycheck. And women are kind of blinded to this reality because we have the illusion of freedom and financial success through a career. It makes women feel independent. And I'm all for women working and having their careers. Even I work when I feel like it, but this is not how we build wealth. We work, we spend, we are still living paycheck to paycheck, we are in debt, we are burned out, and we just simply don't build wealth this way. At least not the majority. And recent studies have shown that 50-50 wives or career women actually lose money and are worse off financially after separating, which was very shocking to me. So the second way this benefits women is when it comes to motherhood. This is something a lot of women aren't taught to consider or think about. And I'm not trying to shame any mothers. I'm just trying to inform, because I know a lot of mothers just don't know. And of course, they wouldn't purposefully harm their own babies. But it is without argument that children benefit more with a mother at home. In their early years and as they get older, they are more emotionally stable and have higher self-esteem. All thanks to having mama at home. Women are less stressed and more available for their kids. And yes, working mothers are also as available as they can be. But even a child will avoid telling their parents something if they think it will stress them out further. Your child may silence themselves if you are too busy and stressed out, because they don't want you to suffer further with their problems. Also, kids in stressful environments at home are more stressed out. When you're rushing here and rushing there, it will affect them. They need stability. They need stable parents, physically and emotionally. And women are only taught to work and provide and basically be the man or take on the father's role. But what about physically and emotionally being there and forming a secure attachment with your baby? We are not encouraged to be present mothers or parents, which is just as important and maybe even more. And for some reason, this is downplayed in our society. They just bring up daycare and tell women it has zero effects on their child's development. And the third reason I have for why this is beneficial is you have less financial stress and a more peaceful life. Women are more at ease and less stressed in this situation. Again, when done right with a trustworthy, established man and a healthy feminine woman, this will offer a woman a very stress-free, relaxed lifestyle. So women are wired to seek security from men, and now we use our jobs to fill that gap. But this often backfires because jobs can be stressful and you have to continuously go to work every day. And working women basically have two jobs. They have a corporate job, then they come home to their domestic jobs. So this stresses them out even further. But as a tradwife, you only have the responsibility of homemaking and childcare. So women, whether we know it or not, crave a relaxing, safe, stable lifestyle. And I feel most women learn this a little later, maybe after 25 or around that age. We start to realize that we are not designed to work in hard, stressful environments like men. And no, that doesn't mean that we are weak. We're just created differently. So when done right, this lifestyle can bring a woman the much desired peace and stability that she needs. So these are the main three things. There are other things like men are even happier working and providing full time for a family. The relationship dynamics are better and more balanced. The attraction is better. Women get more leisure time and more. Being a tradwife brings women more peace and options that we don't think about, like the fact that any of these women can get a job at any time and quit whenever they feel like it, or they can start a business and invest or save all of their income. And it's sad that so many women are opposed to this tradwife lifestyle out of fear, because the fear keeps them from seeing the benefits and living a peaceful feminine life. And they don't realize the priceless values a tradwife brings to her family, especially her kids. So the tradwife is actually very beneficial to women, and I'm hoping more women will realize that.